Hi, this is Mr. RB. I wanted to show you what do you do when your cup or bowl is getting wider, but you don't really want wide. You want something to go in more. There's a lot of things you could do. One is, of course, build it up higher and just have it come up and in more, so it goes up. But another thing is just tear it or take a scissors. I'm going to cut it at several places. This is also good if your whole thing has gotten floppy and starting to look like a disc or plate, and you don't want it to be a plate. I'm just folding across and reattaching. So now I've gone from a very low, a very wide form that went out and was more out than I was wanting in this case, to something that has a more tapered outline. I can then add other pieces. Even though this is a pinch pot, I could decide to turn it into a pinch coil pot. If I'm working on larger pieces, I have to say this is particularly useful because I find with pinch pots, it's a little more challenging to make it big. I'm just going to put a lumpy donut on top. There's a lumpy hot dog. I turn it into lumpy donut. I want the donut to be a little smaller than the lip of the pot is, because I want mine to go in. Now I'm going to attach. I'm going to attach it on the outside. I had put some texture on this one previously. I used a log from the wood pile. Right now we're getting into the cool part of the year, so it's hard not to think about the log pile and cozy inside times as we get to colder outside times. I can add that. You might say, that does not look like it was made by a machine. It's sort of lumpy. Well, lumpy can be wonderful. And really, if I want something that looks like it was made by machine, there are other processes I could use. And they would be more amenable to getting that perfectly symmetrical, absolutely even, very consistent look. Much as we assume we associate with things made in modern factories or made by machine. And there are machines we can use, like jiggers. We can also use slip casting. There's a lot of processes we could use, but one of the joys of hand building is that things can look very hand-touched and have that connection to people. That handmade, hand-touched, not machine-made look. I can always add other pieces to this, like a foot or handles. I could have this go up more and more like a bottle. There's infinite directions I could take this. Well, I hope that helps. If your piece is getting too floppy, snip, snip, fold it over, and then just slide it over, and you can turn it into a narrow form instead of the wide one that you might have ended up with. Enjoy!